Hello, Ashley here, back with another episode of the Maverick Mompreneur podcast. In fact, this is episode 99. We're almost to triple digits, Mavericks. This is so exciting. We're heading into the second anniversary of the Maverick Mompreneur podcast. That's on the 6th of December, and I feel like I want to do something really fun, maybe a giveaway or something like that. I really haven't thought that through, but I'm just sort of declaring it, and hopefully I'll put something fun together for you. So anyway, today we're going to talk about a really important part of marketing and building a brand and business online, and that is visibility. Let's talk briefly about what visibility is and why it matters, and then we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive as we get into our content today. So visibility in the context of building an online brand and business is the extent to which your brand, your products, your services, your opportunity are seen and recognized by your target audience. So the people that you want to serve, are they seeing you? This is such a critical factor in today's digital age because this is quite literally how you are able to attract and retain customers, generate leads, and ultimately drive revenue to your business. So visibility is critical to building your brand and business. But how are you going to get visible? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So grab something to take some notes with, jot down how you are currently getting visible and how you can increase your visibility, and let's get right into it. Go over some of the ways that you can increase your visibility, and I'm going to share with you the ways that I personally do this within my own brand. I want to go over a little more in depth why this is important. So if you're not convinced of making your brand visibility a priority, I hope that you will after you listen to this podcast, because it's so important and it's a piece that a lot of people are missing. They're working on their branding and they're working on these pieces of the puzzle that are a part of your branded business, but they're not the essentials. So getting visible is one of those things. I want you to think about someone who you have followed online for a while. I'm not talking about someone that you just found last month or a week ago or even 6 months ago. I want you to think about someone who you've been following online for years, at least 1+ years. So I'll give the example of Amy Porterfield. I feel like she is the gold standard of visibility in my particular industry. I've known about Amy Porterfield since I started in the online space in 2016. Why? Because she has a highly visible brand. Now, the way that she creates visibility, there's lots of ways, but she definitely utilizes targeted Facebook and Instagram ads, so meta ads. I see her all the time. I'm in her world and she seems omnipresent online to me because I am in her funnel. I'm part of her targeted audience for retargeting and all the things. So she's highly visible and has been and continues to be. So all of those people that have come into her world because of that visibility over the last, probably 15, 20 years that she's been in business, she now has an enormous business, but she continues focusing on visibility to attract new traffic, to attract new eyeballs, to continue to build her list, and that ultimately converts to sales. In today's age, it's so competitive in the online space that you must find a way to get visible. Now, some people do this through virality. So chasing that viral video or viral after viral after viral and getting found in that organic way. So jumping onto TikTok or jumping onto Instagram and creating reels. And that's a great way to increase your visibility. Being super consistent, showing up every single day. Until you have a marketing team and you hire someone to do that for you, you are it. You are in charge of getting your brand visible. If you're taking weekends off, and this might be a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, and I know that it has been for me in the past, and I still have to kick my own butt about this, but if you think about it, would a corporation take weekends off knowing that that is when people make most of their purchases? No, absolutely not. And that's where batching and scheduling content comes in so that you can continue that visibility, that reach that you want for your brand. Or you can do what I choose to do, which is to have ads, pins, SEO running constantly 24/7, 7 days a week so that I can do that freely. So we'll get a little bit more into that later, but I just want to kind of harp on the importance of getting visible, particularly now when it's not 15 years ago when Amy Porterfield first started. Even she is still spending massive amounts in ad spend to stay visible, to stay relevant. If she stopped doing that completely and she went off of everyone's radar, she would not have a business, or at least not the booming, amazing business that she has, right? And same goes for you and I as we're growing, building, and scaling our brands and businesses. You must scale your visibility as well. And however you choose to do it, that's totally fine. I'll never tell you there's a cookie cutter way, but let's go over some of the ways that you can increase the visibility of your brand and business in the online space. One free way to increase your visibility is to be really active and to add value in Facebook groups or community groups that are related to your industry or niche to really establish your brand's presence. Now, this drives me nuts when people do it in my group, because my group is not a group where I allow promotions of other people's businesses outside of my own membership members and on Sell Yourself Saturday. So if someone comes in my group and all of a sudden they're using this strategy in my place of business and they're in my same industry, I just take them out of the group, and I really don't feel bad about that. I've talked about this in the group before. Take, for example, a restaurant. I feel like I always go back to restaurant analogies, even though I've never owned one, but think about it this way. If you were a restaurant owner, would you go into someone else's restaurant and start passing out your menu? That would be so rude and weird. So please make sure, if you are going to make yourself present in a Facebook group, it's one that allows you to promote your own business. There are groups designed for just that. If it's someone else's group where they are leading that group, they are selling that group, that is their storefront, their shop, if you will, like my Elevate Academy group is, definitely don't do that. But that's a great way to increase your visibility and leverage a like-minded audience if that's allowed. So that's one way. Email marketing is another way to increase your visibility. So building and nurturing your email list is going to allow you to reach out to your audience directly with content, promotions, repurposing of your content. Say you have a podcast or you have a YouTube channel, you can repurpose and send out that valuable content to your email list, and you be growing your email list and therefore your visibility in all kinds of ways, including paid advertising, including through your own social media content marketing if you are driving to a lead magnet. So a lead magnet being a freebie or a low cost offer that gives your reader a taste of what you have to offer, gives them a quick win, helps them along their journey, but it's building your email list at the same time. Collaborating with influencers is another way to increase your visibility, particularly and really only influencers who have a significant following online that is a similar audience that would benefit, who has an audience that your brand would benefit. So they have a dedicated following. If you know an influencer, develop a relationship with an influencer, and there's a mutual partnership, that is another way to increase your visibility, getting onto their channel, getting onto their podcast. This is one of the reasons why for my one-on-one clients, my longer term 3, 6, or 12-month one-on-one clients, I give them the option if they'd like to be interviewed on my podcast. That's a bonus for them because that increases their brand visibility. Paid advertising. This is something that I personally choose to do both via Pinterest and via Meta ads, which is Facebook and Instagram. This can give your brand an immediate visibility boost to a targeted audience. To me, if I were starting out again tomorrow, and for example, if you've been following my journey and you're over in Elevate Academy, you'll know I completely redid my business model. I am so excited about it. I just shared how over the last 30 days, I've made $10K through multiple streams of revenue, despite going all low ticket and some mid ticket. So I had 131 new customers over the last 30 days. And part of how I did that, even though I was basically not starting over, but redoing my business model, was through paid advertising, because I knew, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to have this same power. Getting visible is so important. It's a competitive online space, particularly in the online business coaching space. Goodness gracious, there are new pop-up up digital marketing coaches, I'm doing this in air quotes, and affiliate marketing coaches and people who are branding themselves this way but haven't been in the game for more than like a couple months. And I understand they're being taught to do that. But boy, oh boy, it's just a really interesting phenomenon. I think I'm going to do a whole nother podcast on that and how the way that I'm seeing people being taught to position themselves is really shortchanging their long-term brand potential and the opportunities that they'll have. Anyway, stay tuned for that one because I have so many thoughts on that. Another way to increase your visibility, and this one's obvious, this is in your content marketing. So creating and sharing valuable, relevant content for your target audience, things like podcasts, blog posts, videos, infographics on Pinterest, content on Instagram, reels, stories, all of these things, creating visibility for your brand. So team no days off. If you do not want to pay for advertising and you want visibility, you need to be creating content that's going to be shared and that is going to be discovered. If you're creating reels, make sure you're adding those topics that are going to help to push out your reel to a like-minded audience. Make sure you're researching and using hashtags appropriately. All of these things will help you to get visible. And again, until you have a marketing team, it's your job to create that for yourself. It's not just going to happen. You can't wait on going viral. My recommendation, again, like I said, if I was starting a business tomorrow, would be to run ads on either Google, Pinterest, Facebook, and or Instagram to get my brand visible right away and start building a list of buyers. By the way, these are all things that are outlined in the Brand Builders Roadmap, which is my tool that I would love for all of you to have. I'm going to link it down in the show notes below, or you can go to my website and it's also linked there under, I believe under courses. Yes, it'll be under courses on my store page. And then last but not least, my favorite, my little baby, SEO. Not little baby, this is the king. Search engine optimization. This is a long-term play. This is not something I recommend that you start out with, or if you are starting out, you just take baby steps and or outsource your SEO to someone else on Fiverr or on Upwork. But optimizing your website and your content for search engines can improve your ranking in search engines like Google, Safari. All of these search engines have bots on the back end who are crawling around the internet trying to find things that are relevant. And if you set up your SEO correctly, then your ideal clients are going to find you and get into your funnel by searching for what you have to offer. So you go from hunting to becoming the hunted because people are finding your content. So all of those ways are ways that you can increase your visibility, and it's up to you to choose which 1, 2, 3, or more of those you're going to focus on in the coming months and year in order to boost your visibility to make you competitive with other people who are in your same industry and niche. And this is really going to be something that will help you to stand out. Of course, there's creating content that is good and relevant to your audience. That's a huge part, and that's a whole nother episode. But if you've got your content locked in and you're wondering, why aren't you at the place that you want to be? You have to ask yourself, are you visible? And how could you increase that visibility? This is part of scaling your brand and business, and I hope it's helpful to you. As always, thank you so much for your time, and I will be chatting with you very soon. Until then, cheers to your impact. Hey friend, are you ready to level up your personal brand and business like never before? To connect with a community of female entrepreneurs who are building their brands and businesses online and just get it? If so, then I encourage you to join the Maverick Society membership. This is not your typical membership. First, get ready for quarterly personal growth and business planning sessions that will equip you with a strategic personal brand game plan. It's not just about setting goals, although we definitely do that. It's about making them happen. And that's not all. Far from it. You'll gain access to a private Facebook group exclusively for Maverick Society members. That's your space to share, ask questions, and connect with other female entrepreneurs who are just as passionate about building their brands and mission as you are. You can also join our 4 group hot seat coaching calls via Zoom every month and get personalized coaching from me to address your specific needs in business. Even if you can't attend those sessions live, just submit your questions beforehand and catch the replay. Spoiler alert, a VIP gift box will be mailed to your door, complete with our signature celebration candle and an intentional personal growth and profit planner. It's a reminder that your journey is worth celebrating every step of the way. And speaking of celebration, get ready for our monthly Mocktail Cocktail Zoom happy hour. It's the perfect opportunity to unwind, connect, and toast to your achievements and milestones, big and small, with women who get get this entrepreneurial journey you're on. And here's where it gets even more exciting. You also then have the option to be an affiliate for any of my programs and earn 50% commission. Maverick Society members also enjoy complimentary access to all live programs and masterclasses that I offer during your stay in the membership, excluding masterminds or one-on-one mentorship. It's basically like having season tickets and not having to consider, do I want to buy that? Do I not? You just get it all. Plus, you get full access to my pre-recorded course library, including the coveted Social Seller CEO Academy and Brand Builders Roadmap to 10K plus months. All things digital marketing, from starting or revamping your personal brand to search engine optimization and content repurposing like a boss, to monetizing with your own digital offers, coaching and or affiliate marketing through creating sales funnels to scale when you're ready. And here's a cherry on top. You can choose to pay either monthly or pay in full for the annual membership, and you get 2 months free. Are you ready to be a part of this incredible community? Well, head over to elevatedwithashley.com/Maverick or hit the link in the show notes right now to learn more and join the Maverick Society. Don't miss this chance to elevate your brand, scale your impact and income, connect with amazing female entrepreneurs regularly, and celebrate your journey all along the way. Together, we're going to redefine what's possible and create a future in business and in life that's as brilliant as you are. Let's do this.